What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Blacked Out Bandit channel. Today we got some more Custom Dynamics goodies. Yes, we do. Can't wait to get these on the bike. Here she is. Already got her up on the stand. Got some thick rags over everything to protect it, just in case I drop a tool or something. You know, Butterfingers, gotta love it. There's Sasha. There's Harley. Got her toy. You can see this blue tape on the door there. That is the light pattern of the stock light. Mark that out for you. Here's the high beams, which turns off the running lights, and the low beam and just leaves the high beam on, which I don't know, makes no sense. It's less light. If you got one of these bikes, you know the high beams suck. So the reason I put that tape on there is we're going to see the difference between the Custom Dynamics and the Harley-Davidson Daymakers. Let's look in the box. I did open these boxes, but that was it. It's got a nice little like magnetic close. Good spot to keep your old light when you replace it. They do come in chrome or black. This is the app that you download on your phone, so you can control everything from there. Or the controller right there does have a button that you mount on your bike as well. Got your directions there. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh yeah. I like that. Okay. That's the headlight. Let's move that out the way. That's the controller. Some extension wires. Stretch over here. Here's the passing lamps. They also come in black or chrome. Let's see. Open up. Some more directions. And there's the passing lamps. Oh yeah. Nice quality. This is metal. It's not plastic or anything. They got some weight to them. Lots of wire there. Some connectors, which I'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, good quality stuff. I like it. Okay. A little bit on the install here. I believe you can do it, because if I can do it, you can do it. Your passing lamps, because of the halo that's in the Custom Dynamics ones, it runs off of a separate wire that goes to your controller, and in order to get that wire, you know, to where it's got to go, you will be drilling a little hole over here in the backside of your housing. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. Yeah, down inside, reach around the back. Down inside here, then your wire will just come up and go through the bottom of the fairing and straight back. But we'll get into that when we do it. But like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. Other than that, everything else is plug and play. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to do the headlight first, just because it's simple and get it out of the way. On your directions here for the headlight, you have fairing installations, which is pretty simple. And then on the back, You have non-fairing installation. And depending on if your bike has the right connector or not, it gives you this H4 Tour adapter. Comes with the headlight and everything, so for 2014 to 2021 models. So yeah, we're going to start with the headlight because it looks pretty simple. You just come in here, ooh lordy, take this screw out right there. Take your beauty ring off. And there's a couple other screws. So let's get started. Alright, hold your horses. Alright, you can see we got the beauty ring off. It was just that one screw. Move it a little bit, come right off. Another good little tip, while you're in here and you got this all apart, go ahead and clean all your bugs out. If you want. I mean, you ain't got to, but it's a good idea. I will. So now we're just going to take these 3 Phillips screws out. One over here, right there. Take them out, light should come out. And just like that, we got it out. Mine does have the little flat 4 thing there, connector. So I will have to use the provided adapter. Easy enough. Alright, here's a little adapter that they give you. Has your flat 4 there. And your 3-pronger thingamajigger there. That hooks in to the new light. Slide this box back a little. Get a look at these side by side, shall we? Pull this off. Alright. There you have them side by side. Looks pretty good. Alright. I'm going to get this new one installed in there real quick. So we'll be back. And there it is. Nice, simple, easy. And your little harness wire just goes to the back there. I'll show you that in a minute. For the halo. See, I still got the factory passing lamps on there. Haven't changed them yet. I'm going to get the beauty ring on here after I clean this up real quick. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Rocking on. Just like that. It's all back together. Looks good. Let's see how just that works, huh? Turn off passing lamps. Alright. That looks a lot brighter already. I don't know if you can tell. There's a passing lamp. That's without. See, that's one thing I really like. If you look, your low beam is the top one, high beam is the bottom one. But when you turn on your high beam, your low beam stays on. So that's nice. Definitely like that. The factory Harley one doesn't do that. So that's a bonus already. Alright, let's get cracking on these passing lamps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side, take it apart for you, show you what all you got to do. Alright, so once you get this bottom screw loosened up, you shouldn't have to take it all the way out, just loosen it up. Like so. This ring will come off. And your light will come out. You just undo this connector right there and it's free. This little metal ring that's just sitting right here, you're going to have to keep and put on the new lights. And then inside here, somewhere in this area here, is where we're going to be drilling that 1/4 inch hole for your halo light. We'll have to do that with each side. So let me get this light out, get this off. You got to take this whole bracket off, which if you don't know, you got this nut here, this one up here, And this whole bracket with your turn signal and everything come off. Behind there's a clip. Undo that clip. That way this is free from the bike. And we can take it over to the bench and drill a hole. So let me get that off. And before I drill the hole, I will jump back on here and show you exactly where to do that. Alright, as you can see, you got the passing lamp off of there. You got 2 plugs. Right there. Real simple, you just press that little tab in right there, your thumbnail or something. Same way on both of them. And then here's your turn signal and your passing lamp. Now, we have got to drill a hole. You see where this has like this extra piece of steel on here for like the mounting and everything? You don't want to drill through that. So you want to go just above it on the inside here, like right there. But you'll do it from the inside. So just kind of look, you know, along the edge here, do one of these numbers, boom, boom, boom. Take you a marker, put a mark, set this down on your bench or cardboard or something soft so you don't scratch your paint or chrome, and drill a hole. That's what I'm going to do. So I will be right back after I get a hole in it. Sit tight, eat a Hot Pocket. Alright, just like that, we back. There's your hole. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. You got a rubber grommet that will cover that up. But there you can see. I didn't go through this double steel. Yeah. Okay. Then you get this mounted back on the bike. And we'll come right back to stick this light in there and show you what you got to do with that hole. Sit tight. Alright, back on there. Look at that. Now that you've drilled into that, no big deal. Now on your light, you've got your regular plug, which goes to that. Then you got this lead that comes off of here for your LED halo. Now in the directions, it says to come 3 inches from this plug and cut it. Right there where I put that mark. We got to cut that off so we can fit it through that little hole we just drilled. And the rubber grommet that they provide for you. Plus they provide the some nice little soldering heat shrink connectors to put it all back together. Alright, brief little update. As you can see, one's done. One more to do. So remember, I had to cut this so you can get it through the back of your housing there. And then you have to strip your wires and they'll go back together. They provide you, these things are slick. Oh, I'm trying to get it here. With this little thing. That center there is solder. When you heat it up, it'll melt and solder your wires together. And this whole thing will shrink down. And these little white spots, it's kind of like a little rubber hold. So when you put the wire in there and this shrinks down, that will help hold the wire. The solder will melt and solder everything together. Now there's several different ways you can go about doing them. You can use a heat gun, which is a good way, especially if you have like a small cone that can go on it so you can direct the heat a little better. You can use a lighter if you're careful, or if you're really careful or used to doing this kind of stuff, you can use one of these little torches. I've done a lot of soldering and heat shrinking and all that stuff in my day, so I'm used to using this, and that's what I'm going to use. So I got to get that soldered. This wire here is the extension that you have to get. Well, let me hit you with a little light here so you can see. There we go. Right here is the back of the headlight, for your halo right there. You have to get that extension, put it on there, And then once you get all these wires done and through here, you'll run them up along underneath your tank. We're actually going to unbolt the back of the tank here, put a piece of wood or something in there just to lift it up a little bit so we can work better. We'll get everything zip tied and ran up underneath there, and the controller will go back here. You got to take this tray loose so you can get to your battery, and it connects straight to your battery. The controller does. I did something a little different than what the directions was showing. If you remember, let's see if I can get you up in here. The directions were showing to take the wire and come out where you at and go right through there. I know it kind of messes up when I stick my finger in there, but right at the end of this little rubber, it said to go right through there. Well, it works. It was kind of pinching it a little bit. I didn't like that. And back here, the wire was coming out and just kind of like laying across the edge of the fairing here. And I didn't like that either. So I didn't want to wrap a big zip tie around this. It'd look kind of chunky, I think. So what I did, I got some of these little zip tie things with 3M tape. And I taped 2 of them on there, one back there and one up here. Ran the wire down, zip tied them to that. And I took these 2 bolts off, this one and this one up top here, right there. That way this whole thing comes off again, all this. And mine, I don't know if all bikes are like this. You see this gap right in between there? Right at the end of my finger? I've got that gap there. So I ran my wire up through that gap, and then it chased the wires for your turn signal and stuff that go, kind of hard to see here, that come out of here and go up through a hole and come around on the inside of the forks. So I went that way with it. I like it better. You can't really see these, they blend right in with the bike. And it's got the wire down and runs along the side of it, so you can't see it from the side profile. Like this side here I haven't done yet. You can see how this wire comes out. Well, if you just run it back up in there, you can see how it's like rubbing on your fairing right there. And you could leave a little slack in it. I'm afraid in the wind it'll, do one of them numbers. So this is the way I'm doing it. You can do it how you want. The way the directions say work just fine. I just have a little OCD and do things a little different. So let me grab my ratchet I got laying over here. Ugh. Okay. And I'll show you real quick how I run this. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Wrong way. And nope, that's the wrong way. You know how earlier I said, yeah, it's confirmed I was a dumbass because I forgot to put that ring on this light here? Yeah, I'm definitely a dumbass because I forgot to do it on the other side too. I already had the wire fished through there and stuff. I was like, dang it, I forgot it again. Gotta love it, right? Little tricky one-handed. Not wanting to smack anything, mess anything up. Okay. Sorry for the close-up here. I gotta hold this. I only got 2 hands. I need 3. Okay. So now that I got this loose, let's hear. See your wires for your turn signal in that hole right there. That is where I am running this wire through. This wire right here. I'm gonna run it up through here. And then, see it right there? Wow! Oh, no, you're looking at the light. See it right there? Yeah, through the backside. Okay. That's how I do it. Like I said, everybody's different. I just found the way I like. My bike happens to have that little gap there. It doesn't like cover over top of these real well. So let me try to clean this up a little bit here while I got this off. You know, you gotta clean these spots that you don't get to all the time. I do anyway. I don't know. Some say I have problems, and I would agree with them. Okay, so now you can see I got that wire up through there, right there, and then we will just grab this. Sorry, I know it's kind of a pain when you don't have enough arms here. Alright, let me get these nuts on there. Alright, there's one. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay. There's number 2. Okay, now let me get these tightened up and I'll show you that there's no pinching going on there. I'll go back through and torque all this stuff afterwards, but right now I'm just snugging it up. Okay. So now you can see the wire just comes out of the back of the light and it's just kind of dangling here. And I don't have enough slack to go behind this like I did the other side. And just pull it. See? That's how you know it's not pinched in there. Just like that. And I'll put another one of those little things right there on the inside like I did over there. Right there. Yeah. And actually these, funny enough, these I got from Custom Dynamics. Nice 3M tape on there. Foam tape. These came with some other lights. I think it came with those lights down there. And I didn't use them. I routed it a different way and used just zip ties and stuff. But so I had some of these laying around. Hey, worked perfect. Okay. So as you can see here, I will put that right along the inside there, just like so. And that way you won't be able to see it from the side here, except for just a little bit coming down right there. Comes around here. I'll run it through the front side over there, so it's over on the other side with the other wires. Get everything soldered together, or use them little things. And then you have to use one of these, which is the Y splitter 7-inch 3-way. That way you can plug your headlight and each side passing lamp into these ends here, and then one end will go into the controller for channel 1. This controller, cool enough, has 3 zones: zone 1, 2, and 3, or front, mid, and rear. Zone 1 is your front, which is your headlights, which is what we're doing. Your mid is like if you had some the Custom Dynamics PROGLOW lights that you put up under your tank and shine on your engine and all that. That's your mid zone, or zone 2. And then zone 3 is if you have them up underneath your saddlebags and stuff like that. That's your zone 3, or the rear. This controller will do it all, and you can control them all from your phone, all kinds of cool stuff. We'll get into that later. But let me get this stuff ran. Yeah, that's what it looks like, sorry. That's what they look like. All three of them are on there. Turn them on for you. You remember our tape line there from the factory lights. Little different, not much. This is what definitely brighter though, I can tell you that. The high beam and low beam stay on together, which I really like. Your low beam's up top, your high beam's down here. I still have to go to the dealership and get the passing lamps hooked in so they stay on with the high beams. There's no passing lamps, that's just low beam, high beam. Where the factory one, when you switched it, it sucked. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go to the factory the next day or two, or the dealership, and get these hooked in so when I have my high beams on, they stay on too. That way it's really throwing some light. Alright, let me get that wire ran, get this stuff all hooked up. Like I said, we're gonna unbolt the tank, lift it up a little, unbolt these two back here, move this out of the way so we can get to the battery, get the controller hooked up. So let me get started on that stuff and I'll come back and show you some progress. One thing I want to say before I forget, anytime you're doing wiring, I'll give you a little light. Up in, around here and stuff, make sure when you're doing your wire management that you can turn lock to lock without pulling on them wires. Okay? Because, yeah. I already spliced this one back together. Put some tape on it. This one I got all spliced back together. These little connectors are really cool. They, come on, focus. They melt up. That soldering in the middle there melts right up. And pretty nice. So I'm gonna get this taped up. As you can see down here, I've already got my 3-into-1 going. This one will go to that one that I got a solder or tape up. This will go to that once you put it up there. All right, so that's next. I'm gonna get this taped, get this gas tank bolt unbolted, lift up, and start doing my wire management with these. Get them ran up under the tank, zip tied up to something. That way they're not laying on your heads or, anything like that. We'll get it tucked up there to the frame, and yeah. So let me get that done and show you what it looks like. As you can see, we got our tray out of the way, got our battery, bam bam. You need to take this is your button, and it plugs into your controller. But you got a red and a hot. We gotta hook that to the battery. And then on the actual controller, we have this blue wire that also has to go to the hot. And there's your controller, there's your leads, yada 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 yada. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna get all this hooked up to the battery, and I guess put it all back together. Well, the seat area. Everything else is back together. Got the wires coming right there. I zip tied them right here behind this. And then up under the tank, you can kind of see them up under there a little bit. They come out right here in this frame rail. Right here's my plug. I have it tucked underneath these wires so it's out of the way, but that's what we'll plug into my controller. So we're about ready to see the awesomeness that is the PROGLOW Halo headlights. Come back now. Right, moment of truth. Got everything hooked up. Here's our little button that you hide somewhere. Here is the controller. Got my channel hooked up, everything's hooked up. I can't see, so you guys tell me. Ooh, can I reach? Oh, look at there, I see something. Oh, that is awesome. Now it's blinking like that because it's telling me that I need to connect it to the Bluetooth app. Wow, those colors are amazing in person. Camera ain't gonna do them no justice, especially during the day, which I do plan on showing you guys this at night, so that'll be a lot better. But okay, since I'm recording on my phone, I can't link it to my phone, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna stop the video, get this thing paired up, bring you guys back and check it out. Got it paired. You guys know I'm a veteran. This right here is the main reason I wanted these lights. Red, white, and blue. Patriotic theme. Like I said, this camera don't do these things any justice. Hopefully tonight it's a lot better. Standing here it looks amazing. But on camera I'm sure it just don't come through right. But tonight when it's dark I will show you again. Pretty simple install. Would have taken maybe an hour, between 1 and 2 hours we'll say. That's not humping, that's just slowly going, you know, doing your thing. Filming takes a lot longer. Running kids all over God's green earth. You know, look at that, look at the reflection on the fender. That's cool. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. The video's plenty long enough. Again, Custom Dynamics PROGLOW Bluetooth controller, your PROGLOW 4.5-inch LED passing lamps if your bike has passing lamps, and your 7-inch LED headlight if yours has a 7-inch LED headlight. Plus you gotta get an extension and a 3-way, which is like, I don't know, $6-7 bucks. Ain't very much. Definitely check out Custom Dynamics. Link will be in the description. You know that's all I run. I love their stuff. Hold on, let's see what this looks like with the lights on. Oh yeah, you can still see it. That's so cool. These things do so much more. I'll show you guys tonight. I'll record it with my wife's phone while I'm playing with it with my phone. That way we can actually get the good stuff. But yeah, again, hit the like button, subscribe. Ain't enough of you subscribing. Come on now. It's free, it's quick, it's simple. Even a dumbass like myself can do it. Alright, y'all. Keep your rubber side down, be safe. We'll holler at you tonight with a little nighttime view. Peace. Alright, here it is at night. I got the color turned all the way down as low as it'll go just so we can see it, because it gets so bright that it just blurs the camera out. This is the Patriot one. Red, white, and blue there. My favorite. See the reflection on the fender. And even with the color all the way down, still lights up this corner of the garage pretty good. Alright, let me change colors and come right back. This one's called Tropics, blue and white. And again, we can change the speed, brightness, color, anything you want to do. You can customize it any way you want. Again, reflection. Alright, hold on, let's change her up again. This one's called Breathe. It's blue. Again, you can change the color, you can change how hard it's breathing, all that stuff. As you can see, it gets super bright. Let's show you how much it lights up the garage. Quite a bit. Alright, let's change her up again. This one's just a strobe. I got it on red. See the reflection there. It's called Meteor. Again, you can change it whatever color you want. You can speed it up, slow it down. Then you can also, it has a mode, so you can make it go with music. Of course, I can't do that on here. But these lights are phenomenal. And they're a lot brighter than the factory day makers. And the low beam stays on when you turn on the high beam. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. Tell me I'm a dumbass, whatever. We'll see you in the next one.